Should you trust your first impression? Most people meeting someone, you judge them off of your first interaction. If you had a bad interaction with someone, that will stick. You might always think of them as a bad person. For example, when you're about to go on a blind date with your best friends, Nancy tells you about her second cousin's son's nephew, Randy. Nancy tells you that he's a really nice guy. He is the type of guy who donates to charity and saves cats out of burning trees for fun. From Nancy talking about Randy, you start to think maybe he is a really cool guy. You walk into your local Applebee's and sit at a table with Nancy's cousin. He snaps at the waiter to come to the table, and she comes up to your table and asks if you would like to order, but Randy orders for you. You'll have a salad, and he'll have a triple cheese. You try to tell Randy that you don't want a salad and that you're able to order your own food. Randy looks at you up and down and says, "You would be really pretty if you lost a few pounds, so the salad should help you." Randy then tells you about his life. You find out he lives in his mother's basement with 6 cats. He's unemployed and he really likes the joke. Randy then tells you about his favorite music, which is Creep by Radiohead, though he thinks you've never heard of it because it's very underground. The waitress comes back with the bill, and Randy pays for it. You offer to give the waitress a tip, but Randy says there's no need to tip her. She's a woman. If she wants to be paid better, she should have a better job. You tip the waitress and leave the restaurant without Randy. The next day, Nancy calls you, and she asks if you had a good date, if everything went well. How would you answer that question from your first impression of Randy? He was rude and self-absorbed and sexist. You didn't have a fun date, and you think that Randy is a crappy person. Your first impression and Nancy's first impressions are different, possibly making Randy less of a weirdo in Nancy's eyes.